hours of sleep right now. I just had to get up and walk. I know what, by my friend's car and got me breakfast. I got breakfast at Champions. I don't know how I did it. I left like literally as soon as Layla's vigil was over. I literally left and got on the road. And when I checked the time, I swear, the time said 5 hours to get there from Kingsport. When I checked it, I swear it said it. And then all of a sudden, when I get on the road, it says 6 hours and 43 minutes. I'm like, oh no, I didn't get in here until like 3:30 this morning. I was so tired. I don't know how I made it. Well, I do know how I made it. Monster coffee, salted caramel to be exact. Hey guys, good morning. Nice to see you. Salted caramel. It's a lifesaver. But I gotta tell you, I'm so tired. I was talking to somebody this morning and I'm literally yawning all over them. Like literally just, like I couldn't even, I'm still just, I feel so dazed. I just want to get into the gates. So once I get into the gates and I know that my chair is where it needs to be, I'm coming back here. I'm cranking up the car and I'm sleeping for a minute. I'm so blessed tired. I did get a hotel though. I got a hotel because I know that it's going to be, I shouldn't drive. Like after this, I need to go and sleep and take a hot shower too. I'm going without a shower today. It's part of the camping experience. Yay. The good news is I spritz. I spritz. So I still smell good. Okay. Let's hope. I don't know. I don't smell myself. I gotta say, I really don't smell myself, but so far, I don't smell anything funky. But I did bathe. I did bathe a little bit back there last night before I went to bed. Brushed my teeth. I'm a major toothbrusher, so I've lost my teeth. As soon as I pulled up, the first thing I did when I got out of this truck is I pulled out my toothbrush and toothpaste and brushed my teeth. 3 o'clock in the morning, I hadn't brushed my teeth since I left the hotel room. Yeah, my teeth needed to be brushed. First thing I did when I woke up this morning, brush my teeth. So, just sitting here. We have a lot of time to kill, and I figured, you know what? I'm sitting here eating. I'm so tired. I'm scared if I go to sleep, I'm not going to wake up even if somebody's pounding on my window. So, I'm just trying to roll through it, waiting for that second wind to hit. Good gracious. Good gracious. It's nice to see everybody. We're going to get started here in just a little bit. I just figured while I'm eating, I don't want to stuff my face, so I'm just picking at the food. Okay. So, many of you guys know we've been on the hunt for Sebastian Rogers. Any information leading to the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers? Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old boy that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee on February 26 and has not been seen since. He is a highly autistic boy. I've been learning a lot about him. A lot of stuff that my misconceptions of who he was. It sounds like he was doing really well as far as school and stuff like that. He's a smart kid. He had some disabilities, but he was highly functioning. It sounds like there were some things going on inside the house that nobody was aware of. Nobody. Except the Department of Children and Family Services, the Proudfoots, Sebastian, and I think that probably is about it. Sebastian is not with us, and yet there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in and around the outside of his home the night he disappeared. Some people believe it's the Proudfoots. Some people believe it's somebody else. Some people believe that Seth used telepathic powers and levitated from the jail, Davison County Jail, over to Stafford Court and snuck in a house. That's what some people believe, that Seth did it. Somehow, some way. I don't get it either, but it is what it is. That's what people believe. So we're just talking about what people believe. We did find out, sorry, I'm making a mess. We did find out that there were some, like we were told, Sebastian didn't utilize computers, didn't utilize the internet or anything like that, which I found very weird at the beginning. We were told by Chris and Katie, Sebastian did not, he played his game, but he was not on the internet. He didn't use the internet. He wasn't on the internet. And what's going on? Okay, sorry. I always look when I see, I mean, we have a lot of cop cars here with lower lights on, but when they just turn them on, it always makes you wonder, is somebody in trouble? But they got a lot of cops and Secret Service out here today, as you can imagine. So we learned from Chris and Katie that he didn't use the internet. Well, we found out from Seth that, yes, he did use the internet. And then later, it was corroborated by Chris and Katie. She's basically said that they used the internet as, I don't know, what word did she use? Do you guys remember what word she used? I've got it written in my folder, but my car is a hot mess. That's all I can say. It's, yeah. That's just the front seat. Okay. So, a little difficult, but they said, what was it? Reward, or do you guys remember what she used? Positive reinforcement. Thank you, Grammy. Good gracious. Positive reinforcement. So they actually lied to us because they were the first ones that absolutely adamant. Oh, what was that? Okay. Absolutely adamant that he didn't use the internet. So that was now that we have like hindsight's 2020, I now feel like that was his strategy. He wanted to make sure that there was no outside influences, that it truly was that Sebastian ran away from home. They really needed everybody to buy this story that Sebastian walked out the door and ran away from home. That's what they need people to believe. That's what they needed people to believe from the very beginning. That's why they would not entertain an abduction. It's why they wouldn't obtain a third party. It's why they made sure the whole world knows they are a very strict home and he's got it locked down. You know, he wanted to be the man and show that he keeps control of his household. That was the front he wanted everybody to see. But he didn't realize that people aren't like him. And, you know, out here in the real world, that's the problem about deluded people. People that have their preconceived notions on what they think people, especially when they have problems, you know, which we can agree that Chris and Katie most likely have some problems. But people that have problems typically believe that everybody is like them. And while they may have a small little sector that may be just like them and may just understand them to a T, the rest of the world doesn't. You know, the rest of the world doesn't. So he was acting like he thought everybody needed to see the strong parental figure. And that's what he thought he needed to do, because that's what he thinks a father is this strict, authoritarian type of person. If you don't do as I say, you pay the cost. So we're finding out that, you know, Chris was a little, not just a little, but it sounds like he wore that authoritarian hat a little too comfortably. It sounds to me like he, I think Lisa B had always put this into perspective better than anybody else. And I think she hit the nail on the head. Oh, you guys got to see this. Yeah, to get you guys the window down so you guys can have a better view. Jeez, my cameras. There we go. We got the big stuff coming in. I got the big equipment. Sorry, I don't crank my car up. There's no point. We're going to be here like for hours. So I just try to, but I do like to make sure that we have power. What was I getting at? Sorry, I'm very, very, very exhausted today. So my brain is like moving at a snail's pace. We were at Chris Proudfoot and his authoritarian behavior and how it kind of bled onto the, oh, Lisa B. always, that's right. She said that she feels that the Proudfoots were trying to discipline Sebastian into normalcy, as if his chromosome deletion syndrome would just magically go away, or his autism or other disabilities would just fix themselves. That's truly what it does sound like. And I have that, when she said it that way, it dawned on me that it really does sound like that. You know? It's true. They're saying that Sebastian's parents, CP and KP, are saying they believe it could have been the day before when Sebastian was last seen, or is just a rumor. Well, it was the day before that he was last seen. It was the 25th. The last person that saw him was his mother, according to her. She said he went to bed at 9 p.m. on the 25th. And when she went to bed at midnight, when she fell asleep at midnight, obviously, when she woke up the next morning after sleeping at midnight, 6 hours later, she decides to get up and go wake her son up to go to school. And all of a sudden, when she went to go wake him up, he wasn't there. Weird. And according to her, she went around and checked all the windows and all the doors, and everything was secured and locked. Weird. The one tick about Sebastian, and we talk about it a lot, is his shoes. He needs his shoes. His shoes always go on, you know, before he leaves the house. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry. We had a picture time. All right. So I'm just going to sit here and go through some stuff. We have a lot of people that have different opinions about, you know, what happened to Sebastian from a number of things. We've got people out there that have been doing independent searches, from, you know, just going out in the woods to doing more targeted searches with dogs and stuff like that. I have yet to get in the woods or search or talk to, well, I did talk to people, but the people I talked to were already pre-planned people. And I also got a chance to meet some fellow collaborators, you know, on the platform, as well as some fans on this particular trip. But one thing that kind of resonates with me is a lot of people in these areas, in Gallatin and in Henderson, in the general Sumner County community, the residents there do not have their police in high regard. This is coming from a lot of different people. There's not one set of group or one set of type of people, whether they're affluent or not, you know, just regular blue collar, you know, average Joes. It sounds like they got problems. It doesn't sound like they're too awfully pleased with their law enforcement. And this was from multiple people that told me this. So my question has always been, why do you keep voting the same garbage back into office? If you're unhappy with the services that you're receiving from the people you're receiving them from, you should make a change. If your law enforcement is not, and I have to say that law enforcement has a lot of work in Tennessee. I don't say that lightly. You don't hear me saying that about other states, okay? There's only one state you hear me make this comment about, and it's the state of Tennessee. Now, are there some states I haven't done work in? Yeah. Related to true crime? Yeah, there are. So there may be other states that may be just as bad. But right now, Tennessee is is very concerning for me, for the young kids that go missing in the state of Tennessee. I don't believe that they have the ability or the laws. I think they have the laws. I really think that the DA is just, I don't know what they're teaching in Tennessee. I don't understand it. You know, they have a CPS case open and active. And if it's not open and active, it should be. And we have a child missing and everybody being able to live their life happy. I feel like it's deja vu all over again, like the Quentin Simon case. But this one, at least law enforcement didn't rub it in our face and say, oh, by the way, the suspect is, the only person we believe did this is, but hey, we're going to let her sleep in her bed, let her get drunk and keep using, substances while we sit here with our thumbs up our butt. Because we don't want to arrest her. We don't want to start the clock just yet. So we know it's her. So we're just going to let her live her life because we don't want to start the clock. It's not about getting a bad person off and then allowing her to be around other children. Like she just offed her freaking kid. And she's allowed to be around other kids? Have you lost your ever-loving mind? You know? I feel like it's like that all over again. This woman offed her freaking kid, in my opinion, and she's around another freaking kid. You guys saw what I did the last time that happened. You know? I'm just saying. There's some things that really get up under my craw. And putting people, and especially children, in harm's way because you're too busy playing politics? I got problems here. I got major problems here. CP said Sebastian had no gamer tag, therefore no internet. I actually was booted from a channel because I tried to politely clarify, knowing what CP had said was incorrect. Gotcha. Well, we definitely know that there was internet use. And it sounds like, regardless how we look at it, it sounds like it was, monitored very closely, is internet use. I truly do not believe in outside influence. You guys all know how I believe, right? So I don't believe in a third party or an outside influence. But there is a possibility, and I know Seth has said this multiple times. It sounds like Katie absolutely did not like Seth. Like there was some major hostility there. And because of that hostility, he, I think, believes that Sebastian is somewhere at a school or something. And I'm hoping that you guys are in it. Maybe you guys, what you need to do is, if you're in a particular state and you're doing the task of calling the centers and seeing, again, the script is very simple. We're not asking for any information. We're not asking them to tell us whether Sebastian is there. All we're doing is politely asking them to go to Google and look at his face and look at their roster and see if he's there. And if he's there, to call 1-800-TBI-FINE. We don't want the information. We don't need the information. The only people that need to get that information is law enforcement. And, at the end of the day, it is to see if this boy is out there somewhere. So we don't really care for the information. We would love to have it. If they're willing to provide it, we would love to take it.
Hello.
Hi.
This is free. It's a song that was written and produced in Nashville for President Trump.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just thought I got it for free. Should we listen to it? I'm a little scared. Fighting for our freedom. I like our man. This guy's Ricky Woods. I like our man. See, Ricky Beavers needs to be here. You know what? He needs to be here with his guitar. That's where Ricky Beavers. Ricky, where are you? You need to be here. Where's my long lost friend? He started making it major and he dropped Betty. No, I'm just joking. Actually, you know what? I think he called me. I think I was supposed to call him back and I forgot. Crap. As a matter of fact, I get so damn busy. I really do. My life is it's like a roller coaster right now. Like I literally, and everything's about to hit hard too, because now I've got the puppy, you know, the puppy's at my best friend's house. Oh, do you guys want to, oh, I'm on the wrong phone. Dad burn it. I'm on the wrong phone. I would show you, I should have, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Don't go nowhere, okay? I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys. If you guys haven't seen Delilah, I think you guys would like to see our new baby. So just sit tight so I can email it to me real quick, and then I'll pick it up on the other phone so you guys can see it, okay? Just give me a second. I don't know if you guys could hear me talking in the background. I don't know if you guys could or not, but we do now officially have it. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Looks like we do not have internet on here, do we? Let's find out. No connection. Okay, no connection. Let's turn on the hotspot. Always bring a hotspot with you. Never know when you need it. I gotta tell you, there's been times that hotspot, because there's been no internet, no Verizon, which is where my service is from. And so that's an AT&T box. And it seems like wherever Verizon does not work, AT&T does. Not all the time, but most of the time. So I'm able, as long as I have the cell phone that's with Verizon and the hotspot box that's AT&T, I feel like I have full coverage. You know, I feel like I have full coverage. Oh, come on. Give me a second. It's going to take freaking forever. I always have to come here for it to actually just pop up. There we go. Now we're connected. All right, guys, here we go. If you guys haven't seen her yet, there is the precious Delilah right there. Oh, look at that precious little face. She's all ours. She's all ours, and she's a girl. Oh, there she is. That's our beautiful Delilah. That's our beautiful Delilah. Isn't that so cute? She's adorable. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like I'm trying to get home. Guys, listen to this. I hear the rumors are that Chris or I'm not going to just put it all on Chris, the community over there where Sebastian disappeared from. I heard that they removed the signs. The signs triggered the community so bad that Sebastian Rogers is missing that they refused. I knew there was something wrong with that damn community. No community is that silent when it comes to a child. Like they literally have just, I don't get it. No signs out front of the community, no signs down the road, no signs in the community. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we all know that a child's missing. Yeah, we know you know. But what about the people that are visiting? You know, do you think about anybody else besides yourselves? I mean, I know you guys are like bougie and stuff, you know, and sometimes when we get bougie, people get selfish and self-centered and like don't care about 15-year-old kids. Just curious which neighbors they are. Dang it, BHP, something always good when I'm at work. I'm getting a tote. Oh, good Lord. Oh, thank you, Michelle, for the one, for the Bullhorn Betty membership. Hey, Jen. Hey, guys. I don't even think I said hi to anybody this morning. To my mod squad, it's nice to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Slation. There are many corrupt sectors, though and everywhere. I think I misunderstood that. Katie and Chris should not be given the option to be with the little girl. I wonder how Nina's got to be a wreck. I mean, to be honest with you, she's got to be a wreck. I really, if we had more time, we would have raised money to pay for her expenses while she was, while her daughter was here, so she could, you know, afford to take off work to be here near her daughter. Again, if we had more time and we knew what's what, we just didn't know, and we didn't have a whole lot of time. But I can't imagine what she's got to be feeling. I mean, the concern I have for a child that's not even mine, and to think that how Nina must feel, like I know how I feel, and I ain't this child's mother. So I have to think that it's 1,000 times worse for that lady, you know, after everything she's been through, and think about it, the PTSD alone from her sending her child here and wondering if she's going to see her child. I mean, just think about that. She's got to be, I mean, even not just the child disappearing like her brother, you know, just the fact of Chris not giving her back, you know, like he's done that before. I can't even imagine. Every time I change my mind about Trump, boom, there you are. And then second guess it. Oh, good Lord. Well, you know what? You don't have to be here and you don't have to like me. You know what I'm saying? If you're literally going to decide whether you're going to vote for Trump because of me, seriously, I mean, I don't know if you noticed. Maybe you need to. Like, I really don't think he's going to be missing too many votes. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. I mean, the place is a freaking a crazy thing here, you know? And what do I really do wrong? It's like nobody can really answer anything I do wrong. All they can say is I protest. I protest 3 times. Who gives a shit? You literally don't like me because I protest, which is a constitutional freedom here in the United States. But I bet you, if it was something that you wanted, I bet you'd be willing to do that. And when I want somebody in jail because they hurt a 20-month-old child, I think that's a pretty damn good cause. But maybe some people don't. It's kind of sad, if you ask me. But see, I don't do things that are easy. I do things that need to be done. Being on bail already, Leilani should have been getting random. She was. Sweetie Pie, she was. Remember that? That was my biggest thing, is that she was on double probation. She could not pass a urinalysis. That was a straight violation of probation. They had every reason under the sun to throw her butt in jail without even charging her with a crime. Just on the violation of probation alone, and they still wouldn't do it. Now do you guys understand? Like, I'm sorry. That was bullcrap. You want to know why I got out there? That's why. She should have been in jail. What's the purpose of having someone on probation if they literally violate probation by taking another life and they're able to sleep in their own bed? Like, that is the most, like, I can't. Oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing he was lured out by a gamer. You know what? Because that guy in there, but see, I told you guys they were going to try to run with that story, didn't I? Because they're manipulated assholes. All they care about is protecting the criminals. Literally, those channels, if you literally watch them, you are supporting bad guys. Like, it's not even worth the look. These people only support criminals. And they're willing to do the most thuggery stuff in support of them, including committing felonies. I don't know how much more evidence you guys need to smack you in your face before you see what these channels truly are and who they truly are. Meanwhile, they dragged me through the mud for 3 years. And I haven't changed a damn bit. But the masks are coming off, and I guarantee your minds are changing. Why? Because you're actually paying attention to what's going on in these streets. And it's pretty disgusting. And you know what? At the end of the day, it ain't Bullhorn Betty. It's these animals that kept screaming Bullhorn Betty. I kept telling you. They're telling you to look over there, so you ain't looking over there. And you guys kept saying, oh, no. Well, you guys can't deny it now. It's smacking y'all upside your head now, isn't it? The animals that you supported, that were attacking me and stalking me, and my family. Whatever. I got drunk once after a long time of stress and lost my kid. And I have so much proof about how good of a mom I am. And my child was literally right there and not hurt. Dad was there. CPS sucks. I've heard so many stories like that. You have no idea. And I've so many stories to the point that I say it seems funny because it seems like CPS always takes the kids from the good homes, you know, not the better homes. I shouldn't say the good homes, the better homes, you know. I mean, I'm sure yours is good, but the better homes, because I've heard, you know, people smoking, you know, smoking pot and getting their kids taken away. And I would definitely say that you should not be smoking, you know, any type of, whether it's legal or not, but any type of substances in front of your children. I mean, not just me personally, you know, to each their own. That's my problem, not yours. But I just, you know, so I've heard that even somebody pissed dirty for marijuana and got their kids taken from them. And I'm sitting, and it's in Georgia, the same, but the lady was black. And here we got Leilani, where two of her kids were born with substances literally in their blood, and she got to go home with them. The difference is she's white. And I don't want to make it a black or white thing, but it's, I mean, really? Marijuana versus like narcotics? And Leilani got to bring her kids home, but that chick got her kids taken? It's hard. It's hard for me, y'all. And you know I don't go there like that. But, you know, it is Georgia. Then CP threatens the search team and the civilian searching. Yes, he did. And I know for a fact he threatened me. I've got him recorded giving idle threats about running me over with a car, trying to say if I'm in the... Look, I don't go on interstates. I go into neighborhoods and communities. I do streets, anything that's a public space, a public and safe space, because I follow the law when I utilize that, right? It's one thing that they can't stop. It's literally ingrained in our Constitution. You know, like even these when it comes to protest, like the noise ordinance, yeah, you can arrest somebody, but it's not going to hold water. It's not going to hold water. And you just arrested somebody and violated their civil rights over a non-arrestable offense. And people keep saying that yesterday that I said something about how law enforcement, no, what I said yesterday about law enforcement not arresting me is they have to have a charge. I'm not breaking any laws. And if they choose to arrest me when I haven't broken any laws, the civil suit would be massive. That's why they can't arrest me. You got to actually break a law for them to arrest you. They keep saying I'm breaking laws here. I'm not. Posting flyers is not breaking laws. Walking on public property is not breaking laws. I do not break the law. Every single case I go to that they call the cops on me for and go real life trying to get me arrested for content, haven't you noticed? Officers ain't arresting me. Why do you think I keep coming in contact with officers after officers and don't get arrested? Have you thought about it? Maybe I'm just not committing the crimes that they say I'm committing? Did that ever, even run across the brain? It's just very frustrating. And they're still talking mad cash shit, lying to their audience. And that's okay. Lie away, boo-boo. Lie away. Nobody really gives a crap. You guys are failing. You know why? Because everybody sees through your garbage. You're protecting horrible people. And you're trying to have me arrested when I'm not breaking the law. Do you know how highly illegal that is? But stupid bitches don't know the law. I'm sorry. I'm going to take a bite out of crime. But at the end of the day, this situation is over. I am going to go back. Nobody's going to intimidate me. If they want to hurt me, they want to try to get me killed, they'll have to pay the consequences for that. Because I'm going to Illinois and I'm filing an injunction. I am going to be going as soon as possible there so I can meet with the police department and go to the courthouse to file an injunction. Because this lady is not going to stop until I'm either hurt or dead. And that's the bottom line. And people think this is some YouTube funny stuff. It's not. Like, this is my life. You guys just watched a person that could have walked up to my car and shot me in the friggin' head. You know? And you guys think it's a joke. These are people that most likely killed a kid. And you're sending them to my car. I don't know who thinks that that's okay or that's funny. I'm just saying. It's not. Because if you think it is, maybe we should start sending some crazy people over to their houses. Maybe they'll like that. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, if it's not illegal, why not? Why don't we take all the rat pack and send them right over to Cluminati's house? I mean, I've got our address here. Maybe I should show up. Maybe I should piss on our front yard. I mean, I don't know. But I am going to be in Gallatin. Maybe we'll swing by and see what kind of ghetto trash he is. We'll see. They already know where I live because they already sent so many people to my house. So, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, I think, at this point. Maybe it's time to give them a taste of their own medicine. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need to be put in the hot seat. Maybe they need to be lied about. But actually, we don't have to lie about them because they truly are felons. We don't have to make that up. Crazy how CP claims death threats toward them. No, because they got the shit map, right? The playbook. Look over there so you're not looking at what we're doing over here. That is absolutely the playbook. It's a playbook of criminals. A playbook of fraudsters. Maybe they went to the JLR school. I'm sorry, I had to. That's so bad. I need to stop. Betty, where can we go to get flyers or yard signs? East Tennessee. I got a sign back here. But I think if you reach out to Tony or Seth, I honestly think that they might be able to get some to you. I've got signs, flyers that I can mail, but it's going to be at least a week before I'm back to the office. So I've got a few that are good, so I'm just going to make copies of them and send those out because I've got we can just make copies. So I'll send out however many people need. But I just need your address. Some people have already given me their address. I've got some. I've only got a limited amount of bracelets, y'all. So I'll send out what bracelets I do have. But once they're gone, they're gone. I don't have any more, and until I go back, maybe we'll see about getting some. Maybe sponsoring some, so we can have some for the whoever wants them. It's all about getting the message out. So you know what Jen did last night at the vigil is, she asked everybody to please grab a flyer, 10 flyers. She got 10 flyers for every single person. And she said that all she asks is that each person hang 10 flyers. And I thought, that is actually pretty stinking awesome. Like right now we have 720 people in here. And if each person posted 10 flyers, that would be 7,200 flyers that would be posted in literally less than an hour. That is nothing short of amazing. So I was thinking, that might be something that we can do for Sebastian as well. Everybody just go to your printer, if those that can, and print off the TBI endangered person flyer. Print off 10 copies and go post them up and down your neighborhood, just to give him some exposure in different areas. Again, just because I think one thing doesn't mean it's true. We talk about it all the time. Just because we think it doesn't make it so, right? So we have to look at all things, all possibilities. And I think the best way we can help Seth right now is calling all these autistic centers, finding out if they would be willing to look at Google and just look at Sebastian's face. And if they have him there, call law enforcement and let him know where he's at. We've got many states. We've got a lot of people out here. Everybody can be doing their part. And maybe if you guys can, just send me an email, tell me what state you're from, and what, that you've called, you've made the calls, and just let me know that, Kentucky's done, or Florida's done, or Georgia's done. So I can make like a little roster so we can, if for any reason we're missing a state, we can start focusing on that state. That I think will help. People have been sending me some maps. One lady sent me, you know who you are, that sent me the diamond. I thought that was really good. That is kind of the spots that I thought would be most impactful as well. I know it's a large area, so I have my work cut out, but now that I have an area on the map, I can go there and scope it out and find the best spot to start searching. But we've got maps. This was the fact-finding trip. I was hoping to get out in the woods, but with it being so far, all the information being so far from one another, it took me longer than I needed to acquire the basic information that I needed. There's a lot of stuff that we've heard that were rumors that I wanted to corroborate. We got some of that information corroborated. And so that was really, really very, very important to me and the case for me. Then searching, people have been searching for months. I'd rather take my time and get a good area than just willy-nilly get out there just because somebody wants content on their screen. The work we do is tough work, and we want it to be the most impactful. We're not out there doing busy work. If I've got busy work to do, then I've got real work I can be doing in that busy work time. So that's where kind of I'm at. I'm trying to determine whether I'm going to go back to Tennessee after this rally, like literally right back there. I'm thinking I should just go home and come back in July, but I don't want to because I want to check out that community, the Stafford, where they live. So maybe if somebody's in that area and can drive that community today and show me what the polls look like, I'd greatly appreciate it. It might be able to save me a trip because I'd like to go and meet Delilah. I'm kind of getting excited about, meeting her and getting her situated in the house, and stuff like that. I've decided, I've been saving money for the new floors. Many of you guys don't know, I live in Florida, and we had a hurricane, and the last hurricane, which was about 2 years ago, kind of did my entire house in. I mean, it didn't do it in, but it was a nightmare. My fence fell, I lost my roof, and water came through the thresholds, ruining my laminated floor. I got the fence, I got the roof done, but the fence still needs to, there's still sections that need to be replaced. It's all up off the ground, but I still need to do the posts and get posts in the ground and reattach the fence. I do have a chain link fence around the entire house. So if I remove the wood fence, it's not really a big deal. It's not like I lose a fenced in area. I still have my chain link fence around the back part of the property anyways. I just got to put the gate back up. So I'm trying to decide whether I wanted to do that. That's what's been kicking my butt on I'm trying to decide whether I really want the wood fence back up, because at this point I don't want to maintain it. To be honest with you, I just don't have time. I need to go with the path of least resistance when it comes to my house. The least possible maintaining stuff. I've got a chain link fence there. Do I really need the wood fence? The wood fence has to be power washed like every 2 years. It's just a lot of extra maintenance that I don't feel like dealing with. So I might just go ahead and remove it. But the flooring was the big issue. The flooring drives me crazy, especially in my kitchen. It's just an annoyance. I've been living with it, but it's an annoyance. But I've decided that now that I've got the dog coming, I was going to get that replaced in the next. I had already planned on having it replaced this year. It was just when money was going to free up. And now that I've got the dog or the puppy coming, I've decided I'm not going to jump to the getting it completely done right this minute. I think I'm going to wait until she's about 6 months old. So if there's any type of accidents or anything like that, it's not on the new flooring, so I'm going to wait until she's potty trained before I get new flooring. I'm pretty good with, dogs. I've raised dogs my entire life. I've trained dogs. And so I have never really had one this small before. If you guys know anything about me, I'm a big dog person. My dogs are usually pretty meaty and have no bark, but a lot of bite. That's how I train my dogs. They don't bark. The only time, and if they do bark, it's serious. When we had Layla was the Labrador. She never barked. America never barked. Our miniature pinscher never barked. But when they did bark, you knew somebody was there. You knew somebody was, and they didn't bark. They don't carry on. They're not like, you know, some dogs are like, and I get that. That's our babies. That's how they roll. But my dogs were never like that. So I'm kind of excited. Olivia wants to train the dogs for sniff and stuff like that. I don't know if Chihuahuas are good for sniff dogs, but I always heard smaller dogs, that people underestimate the smaller dogs and their ability. Oh, looks like we might be getting ready. All right, guys, it looks like everybody's getting packed up here. So I'll stick with you guys just a little bit longer. And then I'll probably have to, once I get into the venue, I'm probably going to want to use the restroom and, you know, go film some of the stuff that's going on. Right now, we just got the officers and the volunteers going in right now. I think all the vendors set up yesterday. I usually have my palm fronds on, but we're going with butterflies today. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. We're gonna have my game face on. I gotta have my game face on. So my son has a disease that goes undiagnosed. I took him to a doctor and he was spot on his knee and CPS. Oops. It just went down on me. I don't know what happened. That was weird. And CPS, I missed that. It just went up on me. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of reading that and it like literally just disappeared. I don't get it. That's weird. They do not want people looking for Sebastian because they're guilty. It shows when the father-in-law did what he did to you to harass you. Yeah, because why was he following me? Why was he so why can't they get their asses up and go follow Sebastian and find him? Unless they think unless they're following me to find him, right? Do they think I'm that good? I mean, I think they need SF. I mean, he's the one that's found 16 people in 20 months, right? I don't know what 20 people he's talking about, but hey, if he said it, it must be true. I've been looking too. I've been searching articles. I've been searching his name. I've been searching his business. I've been searching high and low for some receipts on these people he's found and saved, but I can't seem to find him. He must be the best kept secret in the United States of finding kids. I gotta say, when it's too good to be true, you gotta be calling SF. I'm just saying over here, just saying. Chris trying to call in and act like, oh, yeah. What? Oh, you mean when he was trying to intimidate me by telling me he's going to run me over with his truck if I'm in the road? Yeah. He thinks he's slick. It's still a threat. I also like the other one, that the fat, Free Willy chick. I like how she was like, I didn't threaten her, but let her come back to Gallatin. I bet you she won't. Like, that ain't a threat. But let me say, when I call the cops and send this over to them, you're probably going to be calling them again, saying, I wasn't threatening her. Yeah, go break your hand again, bitch. Karma. Karma. I love that. I got to tell you, when I heard and I saw, I thought they were joking. I really thought they were joking about her hand. And then I saw it wrapped up the other day, and I'm like, I'm on the floor. I am on the floor, and I'm like, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Karma, karma, karma. You guys don't believe in karma. I told you guys don't want to mess with karma. You guys do not want to mess with karma. Look at B now, right? Look at that fat B now. She got her hand all wrapped up. What you gonna do with that? What, you gonna call the bull Betty now? What you gonna do? You gonna be fighting like this? Are you gonna be using it to cover your face? Come on, girl. Cut it out. Go sit down. Go sit down. I would call you a little girl, but we know I'd be lying. Go sit down. I understand that, but it's all time. It's not. What did you say? I understand that, but it's all the time, not just this morning, but it's okay. Oh, you must not be feeling well. For all the people out there that ain't feeling well, I just want to tell you, We love you here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. We have people of all walks of life here. We got people that are literally sitting in their hospital bed, you know, not doing well. Some days we're the only people that say hi to them, you know, outside of their doctors and nurses. We've got people that are sitting home because they got disabilities and other situations. Some of our people are literally bedridden. Then we got some good people, right? And then we got some not so good people. But we all a family here, you know. We all a family. We all trying to do good. At least the ones that are actually trying to do good are trying to do good. You know, we got riffraff, and we got to try to refocus that. Because I tell you what, this stuff got me pissed off. You know, got me pissed off. It didn't intimidate me, and it's not going to stop my work. All it's going to do is make me push a little bit harder, make me trigger more, make them make the mistakes that they need to make. Because we've already started. You guys know my MO. It's all about making sure that if they're guilty, they're going to show their guilt. And we do specific things to elicit, to find out if they're guilty or not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And so when we're here, just like the flyers, we're eliciting a response from them. Are we going to get a good response, one that needs to be accompanied with a mom and a stepfather that's missing their child? You know? Or are we dealing with somebody that seems like they are repulsed by the child missing? I think it's time for some oil in this car. I just changed the oil too. Actually, I think before I leave here, I think tomorrow I'm gonna take the car, because I'm already over my 3,000 miles. I already put 3,000 miles on this since I left the house. 3,000 miles. People complaining to me about doing work, saying I'm doing all this, doing all that. And here I have been working my ass off. I put 3,000 miles on my car in less than a week. That costs money. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that. These are expenses that these hate channels do not have. And they're very high expenses, okay? So I'd love to see how they're they always like to tell us how much better they could be doing it, but you never see their receipts, right? You never see them actually doing it or proving us wrong that they can do it better, right? They just talk the shit. They always say that they can do it better, but you never really see them do it better. Does anybody else find that funny? Or is it just me? Well, you know what would be nice? It's probably just going to be nice condo off the beach and forgotten the house. Oh man, they better not get are you talking about the Proudfoots? They better not get no condo on the beach. They're not going to be living their best life. I can guarantee that. There ain't no way in hell. Like, I'm giving Sumner County, I'm showing them a little bit of common courtesy and professional courtesy. That's all I'm doing right now. You guys know that. That's all I'm doing right now. Because it's got me hot under the collar that this woman can put her hands on another child. That unnerves me. You want to talk about something that unhinges me? Seeing Katie with her hands all over Nina's kid, kissing all over her, so happy she's got that child. The child that doesn't have any problems. How happy she seemed to be. I ain't never seen a smile on that woman's face like that ever. Not one picture have we seen that woman had that big of a smile on her face. She is not going to be living her best life ever. All we're doing is we're just trying to support some law enforcement right now. Begrudgingly supporting law enforcement at this moment. Because I tell you what, I'm frustrated in this case here. I'm frustrated that we're even having to cover Sebastian Rogers. This is a kid that CPS was involved in. They should have sided on the side of caution. Why doesn't anybody in Tennessee ever side on the side of caution? Everybody just hopes that it's going to be this way. But what if it's not? Nobody's doing anything to mitigate that. And that's where we're at with the Sebastian Rogers case. We should not be here. This child should not be on our radar. I should not know who Seth Rogers is. Okay? Just like I should not know who Don Wells and Candace Bly are. CPS was involved. Those children should have been removed, all of them. They were forced to stay with the parents that were abusing them after CPS was involved. Why? Where is the failure? Because that's what law enforcement needs to be looking at. That's what the Department of Children and Family Services need to be looking at. They need to be looking at why we're in this situation and what they can do to correct it. And so far, I haven't heard them say shit about either one of the cases. But they surely have not corrected their behavior after Summer Wells. And the last time I was at the Department of Children and Family Services, they did not want us filming because of the children that could be coming in there. And I respect that. I respect that. But there is going to be a time, if this continues with the Department of Children and Family Services, I don't know if I'm going to be so kind. Because this is something that needs to be exposed in Tennessee. We have 2 children that were recently seen by the Department of Children and Family Services, and they are gone. This is the exact department that is supposed to prevent this from happening. And nobody from that department is coming up to the podium, nor are we making them or holding their feet to the fire to force them to that podium to explain themselves. Not one person has demanded the Department of Children and Family Services do an internal investigation into why we're here in either one of these cases. Nobody from their community is demanding that. I can't go in there. I'm from Florida. I got some mosquitoes in my car. I'm leaving this door open. I want that mosquito out of here. It looks like he wants out of here too. Let me take you out of your misery, buddy. Let me take you out of your misery. I was wondering why I felt like I was getting bit by a mosquito. I surely was. Hey guys, we got 880 people in the chat. The only rule here is don't be a dick. We've got everything mitigated here on this end. You have to be a subscriber for an hour, and we only allow you to comment every 60 seconds. That is for your protection, not ours, because I really don't give a crap what people have to say. So we kind of roll with it. The people that are here for the right reasons, we care about what you have to say, but the other trash we don't really care about. We just want to move them back over to the trailer park where they came from, and the ghetto trash where they came from. And if anybody's offended by that, I'm sorry. If you like me, I'm still sorry. When people piss me off, I insult them. And if it cuts too close to your cord, again, sorry, not my problem. No offense. No offense. Hey, Kay, hey. I see Sonya up in the house. She must just woke up. Did you get to... No, I should stop. She's going to smack me. Well, I was thinking we were going to move. Everybody started getting their chairs pulled up, and I saw everybody getting in the driver's seat, and now everybody's starting to get out and walk up and down again. It's like, did I crank up my car for nothing? Because I feel like this, I know I've driven so many miles. I always worry about my oil. I need to check my oil. I even stopped by the gas station, but they wanted freaking almost $17 for a quart of freaking oil. I looked at him, I said, you are out of your ever-loving mind. That is just, you know, that is just nuts. For a quart of oil, of mobile oil, a quart, $17. I think it was $16.99. Look at that lady. I almost laughed at her face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I bought a whole, like, you know, a big jug for like $29. A Castrol clean burn or whatever it is. It's some kind of, you know, burns really clean. It's supposed to be better, you know, however much better oil is supposed to be for the environment. But it's it's supposed to be more environmentally friendly, I guess. I don't know. It sounded good, you know. They got the clickbait on Betty, right? I read it. It clicked for me. I bought it. So they baited me. You know, it was definitely clickbait. But I actually like it. But I do like Mobile. I like Castrol Oil and Mobile One. Those are the two best. And that's because multiple mechanics have told me that. So we got more cops coming in. I'm ready to see it. Usually I see the venue by now, but I wasn't here. I just pulled in this morning at 3:30 in the morning, so I haven't even seen how this venue is set up yet. Usually we're back there. We help, set up chairs and stuff like that, but we have been it's been crazy because he's like, this one here was just a pop-up. Like, we had like 5 days to plan. It wasn't on the record. He was supposed to be in Vegas, and then boom, all of a sudden Virginia popped up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go to Virginia. So I need to put my glasses back. I need, actually, I should have some. Oh, there they are. I do have some some sunglasses, reading glasses. There we go. There we go. Much better. It took our Yorkies 2 years to stop chewing stuff. Our house, yeah. That's another thing, is I buy a lot of little chewy stuff. And I buy, like, and I never give them like shoelaces or cords because I'm scared that it's going to teach them a bad habit I don't want. But I buy them a lot of little stuff, and I play with them, to keep their attention and biting and stuff like that. But I anticipate this not being without a hitch, but I tell you what, when I saw her, I thought she was going to be brown. Laura told me literally nothing about her. Only her name, and that I got a dog coming. And she there was no ifs, ands, or buts about me getting this dog. Like, she told me, I am just giving you a heads up that you're getting a dog in a month. It's about how the conversation went. So where are we? We're after an hour. All right, guys, listen, I'm gonna have to kind of kill it right now. I will be back later tonight. Once I get some rest, I'll come. I don't know what time it'll be. I have to think. I'll be out of here probably by 6, I'd presume. And I'll be at my hotel, I would think, by 7 or 7:30. And when I get to the hotel, I'm obviously gonna probably just unwind a little bit. But I will go live. I'm going to go live with you guys before I go to sleep, because if I go to sleep, I'm not going to wake up. I can already tell. I've kind of pushed my limit with this trip right here, as far as, the sleep cycle. It's not been, when I was in Tennessee, it was better, but this drive kind of kicked my ass. It was almost a 7-hour drive after being up since yesterday morning at 2 a.m. So I literally up 25 hours straight. Well, I did take an hour nap. So about 24 hours straight. That's rough on me. So, all right, guys, I love you. God bless. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. I'll hold down the front here. Just keep information coming to me. If you know anything about Christopher Proudfoot, anything about where his stomping grounds were, anything about people that he may have known, anything about somebody wanting to come forward and just speak to me about him, it doesn't, I don't have to broadcast you or talk about our conversation. I promise you, I truly, the information to me is worth more than anything else right now. So your confidence is 100. And if anybody knows anything about any of the cases I've covered, 90% of my sources have never, ever, ever been revealed. The other 10% had revealed themselves. So I do not reveal my sources. If you want confidence and you want confidentiality, I will give you confidentiality, because I really don't give a rat's ass about these people on YouTube. They don't threaten me, Well, I shouldn't say it like that. They do threaten me, but it doesn't get to me. So I don't really care. They're not going to hold my feet to fire. Oh my God, she's lying. I don't care. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not the convince committee. Okay. You believe what you want to believe. I only put the stuff out that I can find. If you don't want to believe it, that's all on you, babe. It literally has nothing to do with me, because I'm formulating my own opinion based upon the crap I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm just saying there's something going on here, and I want to know who Chris is. I have a funny feeling I got a good understanding of who Katie Proudfoot is. Now it's time for me to look at Chris. Chris has got there's something in his background. I need to find it. We've already heard rumors about it. I don't live in rumors. I live in corroborated evidence and corroborated information. We've heard a lot of stories, right? I'm not out here twiddling my thumbs. I'm out here to find out if that holds water or not. We've got a lot of stories about Chris. Those stories could mean something about him, the way he thinks, his behaviors, his personality. The stuff that we heard could literally change my opinion about a lot. Okay? From the animals to the other stuff. You guys all know. We all heard it. It's not like we're all dumb here. You guys know what I'm looking for. So that's what I'm, and we need to find it. We need to corroborate information about Chris. We need to know who he is. Okay? He was the other person around Sebastian Rogers. It sounds like there was some stuff in a CPS report about his behavior towards Sebastian. I want to know who the hell Chris is. I don't know who he is. I don't trust him. And his family has done pissed me slap off. You don't stalk me. You don't try to intimidate me. Because if you know anything about me, I'm coming like a freaking freight train for you. Especially now that you have that type of red flag, and you like just came out and just started waving it in front of me. Red flag, right? Just waving it in front of me. You got my attention. You got my attention. I don't think that's really where you wanted to be. But now that you got my attention, we are going to see this through. If anybody knows anything about me, we've got a target. We are going to see that target through. So if anybody has any information about Christopher Proudfoot, anything about his life, anything about his childhood, anything about his time in elementary school, middle school, or high school, please come forward. I am very interested in speaking to you. And again, if you want to be confidential, the only person that will ever know that you spoke to me is if you tell people. Period. All right, guys. Love you. God bless. See you soon. See you on the flip side, baby.